Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I'm going to be recapping the 11th Doctor Chronicles All of Time and Space Curiosity Shop, which was originally released in February 2023, and I'm recording this episode just over 2.5 years later on the 31st of July 2025. Before I get on with my recap, a couple of things. The first one is that this episode has been written a while ago, because I did want it to release closer to my recaps of All of Time and Space, All of Time and Space, and All of Time and Space The Yearn. But actually, I will mention this. I've nearly finished writing the next episode, so it's just closer to that one than it is to the ones for the box set. But before I get on with my recap as well, here is the trailer for the 11th Doctor Chronicles All of Time and Space.
From Big Finish Productions.
Oh, it's not multiple stories. It's the one story of a travelling man and his new best friend. This is the tale of Doctor Who.
The 11th Doctor Chronicles, All of Time and Space.
If we're going to get to the Dowager's Beazle Tub, we need to grab onto the side of it as it passes.
You still haven't told me what a Beazle Tub is, or why we need
Well,
it.
it's nothing to do with the tube.
Travelling with you does wonders for my vocabulary.
Hopefully for your upper body strength too.
How much stronger do you need?
I'm talking to puppets. The puppets are talking to me. There isn't anyone in that booth, is there?
Well, there's a crocodile, but he's sleeping.
Ooh, hello.
Hello, your rodent ship. I'm
It's
the
not a crate of intelligent mice.
Energy signatures like this are old news to a boy from the Casturberus neighbourhood.
Doctor, they could be here at any moment. Can you get to the point yourself, or shall I order you a cab?
Try not to dwell on that thought.
Because it's utterly petrifying?
Because, if that happens, then it's goodbye from you and goodbye from me. The way I see it, there's only a couple.
Roanna!
Valerie!
Help me!
Don't move!
On the contrary, we have to go. All of us, now.
Take my hand.
Head for ops. There's half a dozen traps between there and here. Make them run the gauntlet.
Foster, I've got you. Come on!
Run!
It's coming in very fast and very close.
Thought it might be. Good to have your eyes to confirm it. Let's hope it's not too late. Here it comes!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Well,
You know why I'm here?
still looking for this doctor. No, I've not seen him.
No.
No. So, you can leave.
That was the trailer for the 11th Doctor Chronicles All of Time and Space, and I showed you that because right now is my recap of the 11th Doctor Chronicles All of Time and Space Curiosity Shop. Mr. Foreman mentions the Doctor. Mr. Foreman believes Valerie can leave. Valerie corrects Mr. Foreman. Valerie wants to look at the TARDIS. Valerie and Mr. Foreman agree on a price for this. Mr. Foreman explains his collection to Valerie. Valerie looks at the TARDIS. Mr. Foreman has no idea what the TARDIS is. Valerie pays Mr. Foreman in knowledge. Mr. Foreman convinces Valerie to give him a piece of her. Valerie mentions the Doctor. Mr. Foreman renames the TARDIS. Valerie explains what the TARDIS is. Valerie mentions a war. Mr. Foreman reveals his feelings on wars. Valerie reveals how she, the Doctor, and the TARDIS ended up on this planet. Mr. Foreman repeats some of the Doctor's catchphrases. Valerie remembers the Doctor screaming within the TARDIS. Valerie receives some food. Someone asks Valerie to not complain. Valerie corrects someone about the Doctor. Mr. Foreman says a poem. Valerie interrupts Mr. Foreman Mr. Foreman forgets what he was building. Mr. Foreman convinces Valerie to give him another part of herself. Mr. Foreman seems to impersonate the third Doctor. Mr. Foreman mentions the government. Valerie tells Mr. Foreman about another of her and the Doctor's adventures. The Doctor mentions the Duke of Wellington. Valerie corrects Mr. Foreman. Mr. Foreman believes the Doctor doesn't exist. Someone notices that Valerie is limping. Valerie receives less food than she received last time. Valerie believes the Doctor will return. Someone gives Valerie some advice about her food. Mr. Foreman seems to impersonate the fourth Doctor. Valerie notices some of Mr. Foreman's toys. Valerie mentions reality. Valerie tells Mr. Foreman a third adventure featuring her and the Doctor. Valerie mentions hope. Mr. Foreman offers to make Valerie a cup of tea. Valerie suggests that her and Mr. Foreman run. They do this. Mr. Foreman admits that Valerie was correct. Valerie apologises to someone. Valerie and someone discuss the Doctor. Valerie mentions nights as well as the Doctor being the last of the Time Lords. Valerie receives even less food. Mr. Foreman mentions trains. Mr. Foreman apologises to Valerie. Valerie tells Mr. Foreman a fourth of her and the Doctor's adventures. Someone mentions rubbish. Valerie reveals she has given even more of herself to Mr. Foreman. Someone mentions the Shadow Proclamation. Mr. Foreman and Valerie reunite. Valerie reintroduces herself to Mr. Foreman. Mr. Foreman reveals what Valerie's name is. Mr. Foreman mentions the Minister of War and the Doctor. Valerie tells Mr. Foreman a fifth of her and the Doctor's adventures. Valerie reveals what an alien species actually is. The Doctor mentions Coventry. Mr. Foreman asks Valerie a question. Mr. Foreman reveals Valerie trading a part of herself witnessing the TARDIS is not a weekly occurrence. Someone corrects Valerie whilst mentioning the Doctor. This person mentions Valerie's current suffering and insults Mr. Foreman. Valerie believes Mr. Foreman is her only hope of finding the Doctor. Someone doesn't believe Valerie. Mr. Foreman seems to impersonate the ninth Doctor. Mr. Foreman makes Valerie laugh. Mr. Foreman updates Valerie. Valerie works out what Mr. Foreman has done. Valerie continues to pay Mr. Foreman with her body parts. Valerie tells Mr. Foreman a sixth of her and the Doctor's adventures. Valerie apologises to Mr. Foreman. Valerie forgets something multiple times whilst telling Mr. Foreman about this adventure. Valerie notices a horse. Someone corrects Valerie. Valerie realises she's suffering from short-term memory loss. Someone warns Valerie. Valerie thanks someone. Valerie apologises to someone. Someone agrees to feed Valerie for free. Valerie mentions the Doctor. Mr. Foreman impersonates the 10th Doctor. Valerie believes she is fine. Valerie insults her current eyesight. Valerie attempts to tell Mr. Foreman a seventh of her and the Doctor's adventures. Valerie is unable to do this. Mr. Foreman doesn't believe Valerie's description of the Doctor. Mr. Foreman reveals he has solved the TARDIS. Valerie gets emotional when she hears this. Valerie believes she can't continue. Valerie asks Mr. Foreman to pass on a message to the Doctor. Valerie seems to power down. The person who gave Valerie food is currently riding on a horse. The Doctor returns. The Doctor mentions Valerie. The food trader mentions the Doctor being the last of the Time Lords. The food trader believes the Doctor is crazy. The Doctor asks the food trader multiple questions. The food trader attempts to get the TARDIS to open for him. Valerie updates the Doctor and the food trader. The food trader mentions his fear. Valerie asks the Doctor to stop being cruel. The Doctor attempts to help Valerie. The Doctor bumps into a chair. Valerie asks the Doctor to ignore her. The Doctor corrects Valerie. The Doctor attempts to stop a battle. The Doctor gives the battle fleets a warning. The Doctor explains how a device works. The battle fleets ignored the Doctor's warning. The Doctor remembers who he is whilst apologising to the battle fleets. The battle fleets attempt to surrender. The Doctor turns on the TARDIS's lights. The Doctor apologises to the TARDIS. The Doctor corrects Valerie about who saved this planet. The Doctor compliments Valerie. The Doctor updates the food trader. The Doctor reveals what being the Doctor involves. The Doctor offers the TARDIS to the food trader. The food trader refuses to have the TARDIS and be the Doctor. The Doctor mentions Valerie's stories of him in peace. The Doctor and Golas say goodbye to each other. The TARDIS dematerialises. Valerie wakes up. Valerie raises her voice at the Doctor. The Doctor apologises to Valerie. The Doctor reveals how he became Mr. Foreman. The Doctor mentions rebuilding his brain. The Doctor compares his life now to his life as Mr. Foreman. And the Doctor mentions Mr. Foreman. That is my recap of the 11th Doctor Chronicles, All of Time and Space, Curiosity Shop. The 11th Doctor and Valerie will return in the 11th Doctor Chronicles Broken Hearts, which released in November 2023. Now, I've written over half of my recap for it, not quite finished it yet, but it will be coming out soonish. So yeah, keep an eye out. And then we've got because it's like a mid-season bit. It's like in between Curiosity Shop and Spirit of the Season, which is the Christmas special. So yeah, we've got those to look forward to as well. But here is the trailer for the 11th Doctor Chronicles: Broken Hearts.
Patricia Lockwood is unavailable at the moment. Please leave a message.
Hi, Mum. It's me.
From Big Finish Productions.
Is this still about the junkyard?
Yes, it's still about the junkyard.
You said you were fine.
I also said your joke about the mechanoids was funny.
Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor Chronicles: Broken Hearts.
You paid me because you knew I was desperate. What does that make you, Doctor? And what does that make me?
I wasn't quite myself.
Neither was I by the time you'd finished with me.
We saved the world.
At my expense. You broke me.
The doctor was called. The doctor did not respond. The war breached the skies above Ipthias, and the catastrophic event occurred. 700 sectors searched. No survivors.
Valerie?
This statue, is he the Doctor?
Well, yes, well, he was, but he's sort of gone. Tell me how to make it better.
I don't think you can. Just land the TARDIS somewhere quiet and let me out. Okay, I just need time, space, and not the sort you offer.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for the 11th Doctor Chronicles: Broken Hearts. And the reason why I showed you that is because the next time I will be covering, well, an 11th Doctor Chronicle or a story featuring the 11th Doctor and Mallory, it is the 11th Doctor Chronicles: Broken Hearts, which as I mentioned before I showed you the trailer, I've written most of my recap for it, but I've not quite finished it. But back to this episode, let me know what you thought of the 11th Doctor Chronicles: All of Time and Space, Curiosity Shop, if you listened to it. My recap, if you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below, as well with anything else you want to cover on the channel, such as any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe. And just a reminder, there are 2 podcast episodes released every single day, with the first episode released at 11 AM GMT and the second episode released at 3 PM GMT. Without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.